Hey, hi again. So I'm going to be talking to you about the limbic system and which takes care of, let's see, what does it take care of? I've spoken about it enough number of times, but I want to slightly elaborate something more important about this limbic system, okay, and the brain. Did you know that we have around 850,000 of neurons in our brain, and it actually takes 133 times around the earth for us to unravel it? And apart from that, there is actually this if you stretch your DNA, it would be twice the diameter of the solar system. My god. So what are we talking about here? We are talking about the complexity that we are carrying right there on our head. Okay, and it's definitely important that we understand this complexity because it is always said that we use only 1% of our brain. In fact, what I'm going to be talking about in my masterclass is just 5% of the brain, and we are not even aware of that 5%. Okay, the remaining 95% is supposed to be as big of the as big as that of the universe, is what is said. What I further want to talk to you about is there are three layers in the brain. The first layer is the basic layer, which, if you're cold, you shiver. If you're hot, you sweat. Someone hits you, you say ouch, right? And so this is like an automatic kind of mode, in charge of things. I mean, immediately is able to sort of, physically you're able to sense it. Okay, so it's physical and immediate, right? And you can see it. Right now, the second part of the brain is where the limbic system is present, and that's something that takes care of the emotions, right? And the limbic system is the one where there is an feeling aspect of it oriented, right? In a sense, if you're scared, then it's the second part of the brain which sends a signal to the first part saying, "Hey, I'm really scared." And when it does that, there is an adrenal rush that comes in, and then you decide being overly scared or moderately scared or not scared. That's again up to you, right? But there, whatever interactions that are happening is happening between the emotion of being scared, and that is getting passed on to the first for it to take the decision, and that gets physically seen. Now this time it's not as seen physically in the sense of a sweat or shiver, but it is subtle in terms of anxiety or the fear that is seen in your face, your expressions, your body language, and things like that, right? Now there is a third layer. The third layer is the smart one. That's the one, if you don't like something, is asking the second layer and evaluating it, whether good or bad, and accordingly taking the decision as to what needs to be done next. So the smart one is not really getting taken over by the emotions of the second layer, but is able to evaluate good or bad or whatever it is, irrespective of how you feel about it. So there is consistent interaction between the 1, the 2, and the 3, the first layer, the second, and the third layer. And as far as possible, we need to be able to connect all the 3 layers. The first layer is automatic, so you don't have to do much. It is the second and the third, which we need to activate further for us to overall sort of take the decision that is good for us. Right now, there is a lot more about this in terms of handling emotions, getting alert and interested, and also improving your performance, which is linked to the emotions. Because if it is that the limbic system is the one that takes care of emotions, and we know that if we get overly if there are extreme emotions that have to do the current work that we are doing, right? So talk about more about this, please attend my masterclass on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I'm going to be actually telling you how to handle emotions, getting alert and strategies, and how to improve your performance. Thanks for watching, and get your third layer activated. Bye bye, take care.